Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, collective, I'd just like to say I am a experienced and professional holistic spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. Now, let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for the collective. Okay, the Sun card. Oh, got this in another reading as well. Okay, you were coming in with the Sun card and you were coming in with the Devil here. Not these two cards, however, let me pinpoint this one for you. One moment. Okay. Alright, collective, how that comes in your reading is it's coming in as, you know, this isn't going to be easy, what you choose, what you were wanting to do. You know you have to work for it here. Yeah, there's obstacles, there's challenges, and there are adversity here. You already know that. Coming in with the Sun card, you already know the truth here. But this truth, for both you and your person, it can come in as yourself here in your reading, and I just want to be real there. But what it talks about here also is that you know you have to work hard. You're coming in with discipline here, guys. The truth about the Devil card, there's two sides to it. There's two sides to every card in the tarot deck here, positive and negative here in your reading. This is coming in as ambition. This is coming in as strive here, guys. This is ruthlessness here. The only challenges and obstacles you need to face for both you and your person is about your own patterns and habits here. This is coming in as staying on track, the discipline to stay on track and not to be wavered here, not to be influenced here by your own stuck mentality here. You're coming in with, you need to push through that here. See that Sun card, what it talks about there? Yeah, you know what you need to do. You know what needs to happen here. But it also comes in as strength and courage here. To overcome, to override a fear element that you may have at this time. Yeah, of course, this could be about your person. This is both you and your person, or this could be about doing things that make you feel uncomfortable, that you may struggle with at times. Here it does talk about, here in your reading, coming away from a comfort zone, from a past outdated belief system here. That's what those two cards are talking about here in your reading. There's a shock here, is what I'm getting. I want to pull some more cards here. Yeah, of course, there are many ways in which people define that card, and people can describe that card here. But that's how it's coming in at this point in time. Let's keep going. Oh, yeah. To achieve success here, to achieve success here in your reading, you know just how hard you have to work in order to get it, and what you are up against. That's what it talks about here in your reading. Are you ready for it? This is why you need strength and courage. Just because people have an opinion, do you need to adopt that opinion here when you're coming in with lack mentality, poor mentality here? Because with the Sun card coming in here in your reading, what it talks about there is that you know negative, but you also know your own negative. It's the best way to come in here, guys, as opposed to focusing on other people. But we'll see what your cards say. Alright, so you're coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, you're coming in with the Four of Swords, and you are also coming in with the Ace of Wands. Unusual combination, I must say. What did we get on the bottom? Okay. So in terms of the Ten of Pentacles coming in, and I spoke about the Devil card here, you know you have to work for it. That's what it talks about in terms of material prosperity here. That's what it's saying here with the Ten of Pentacles. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that, yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge and an obstacle, of course, because obviously here in your reading there are other things that you may be, both you and your person, may be investing in here. Because you have to work for the Ten of Pentacles. And even if this is some kind of social clique here or friends and family here, you still have to build it here, guys. It's not just going to drop in your lap that, oh, okay, everyone likes you here. You know, there is you can get that here in your reading, but what it also, it's like you have to earn the respect, is what I'm getting. You know, the Four of Swords is coming in as lessons here. Respect. Yeah, to make it here in your reading. Because what it tells me here with the Ace of Wands coming in your reading with the Four of Swords, what it talks about there, and I spoke about courage and I spoke about strength, and I asked, are you ready for it here in your reading? Are you ready to climb? Because the Devil card coming in your reading, that talks about the climb here, guys. You know you need to climb here. And this climb is pretty much straight, it's steep here. See, that's what the Four of Swords is talking about. If the Four of Swords here in your reading is saying, get ready for the climb. That's how this is coming in. If you want the Ten of Pentacles, now coming in with the Ace of Wands here in your reading, what it talks about there, it's kind of coming in as a business here. See, it's all coming in, well, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, it's coming in as preparation here. See, it's not just going to be handed to you, even though you have the Sun card here in your reading. What I get here, collective, for both you and your person, what you are wanting here, you're going to have to work for it here in your reading. And there are going to be obstacles and challenges that you are going to face in terms of people, places and things here. And then there are also obstacles and challenges that you and your person are going to face on a personal level. Hence why you come in with the Devil card here. Why Capricorn is the most hardest working tarot zodiac sign in the star. You know, they're the most hardest working here. See, that's what the Sun card is saying. So it's not just surface level here, guys. Alright? It's not that. Well, it is that, but what the Sun card is saying is go deeper. Look closer. Don't look at the surface here. Just don't look at other people here in your reading. Don't look at it one way here, because that Devil card can kind of come in as there is more than one way in which you can achieve it. To build what you were wanting here, to bring things into your reality with the Ten of Pentacles here in your reading. Yeah. You know, it is coming in as it's possible. It is possible, but this is the path. It's like saying, you know, but this is what you have to overcome here. Yeah, this person, yeah, okay. They were coming out, so you were coming in with the Five of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. That King of Swords was coming out here in your reading. It does, there's an element here, collective, where it has to do with you, and this is your person. But also the roles can be reversed. Now you take what applies here. So we just don't want to leave it up to your person to do the strive, the climb here in your reading. You too may need to get yourself ready to climb here, guys. That's what it's talking about. Get yourself ready to climb The climb hasn't started yet. That's what it's saying. The hard work hasn't started yet, in a sense here. Because what I get here in your reading is that, like I said, you know what it's going to take. You're like at the bottom of the mountain, both you and your person, looking up. And you haven't taken it yet. Now, potentially here in your reading, coming in with the Five of Cups, what it talks about there is that there is going to be a lot of adversity here. Yeah, people are going to have opinions, is what I'm getting here. It's coming in as people are going to have opinions, and they are going to want to see that they want to persuade you here not to climb the mountain. That's what it talks about. But with this Five of Cups here, that's how this Five of Cups is coming in. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading, what it talks about there is that Five of Cups, other people's opinions here, it's going to go all the way to the top. And even when you get to the top, when you get to that opportunity here that you are truly wanting, this Five of Cups is going to remain potentially here in your reading. Now, when I spoke about getting yourself ready, the preparation coming in with the Four of Swords, that Four of Swords here in your reading is getting you ready to deal with the Five of Cups here, or deal with the Five of Cups here in your reading. This comes in as emotions. These are things that stop you from going forward here. And with the Five of Cups, what it talks about there in your reading is, Five of Cups is how you see yourself here. I do see it as looking outside of yourself for acceptance here. Love here in your reading. Yeah. Am I on the right track? Here, looking outside of yourself for advice and guidance here. When in actual fact, you need to look within. That's what it's saying. Look within here, guys. And trust. See, this Five of Cups, the devil loves the Five of Cups here in your reading. They love judgment. The devil loves it. Loves it when people judge. Loves it when people are negative here in your reading. You, in a sense here, you need to appreciate the devil card. Yeah, probably, I'm not a devil worshipper or anything here, but you know, that's part of the tarot deck. It is part of the zodiac. It is part of astrology here, in terms of divination here in your reading. And like I said, there are two sides to the devil card, both positive and negative. But that is actually what all cards are here in your reading. All cards in the tarot deck have a positive and a negative here. Even the Ace of Cups, in a sense, even the Sun card. But each has a different effect here. Each has a different impact on a person's life. However, see, what it talks about here in your reading, collective, is that if you give in to the Five of Cups here in your reading, to your own feelings of, you know, it's lack here, guys, or no self-worth, absolutely nothing here, no self-confidence here, guys, here in your reading, then that's what you're going to bring in with the Six of Pentacles here. The climb here in your reading is actually going to help you deal with the Five of Cups. Now, potentially here in your reading, coming in with the King of Swords, what it talks about there is that, well, this person is going to work their ass off in a sense here. They're not going to tell you here in your reading. They are looking at the mountain that they need to climb. This King of Swords is actually looking at the mountain that they need to climb, and it's everything that I said about the Sun card, the truth. They are getting the truth here. They see it here, guys. They know that they have to strive. All right, let's go. Let's see what the advice is. Whew. It is coming in with what holds you back here, patterns and habits. You do have the Seven of Cups here in your reading. The 7 and the 5 of Cups comes in as 12 here. 12 reduces to 3. You were coming in with the 3 of Cups here. Well, there's two sides to that as well. Like I said, there is patterns and habits, but we're well aware of that. Okay, coming in with the Devil card first. Now, what this can kind of talk about here in your reading, it can talk about union. If you want it, it has to be done this way. There's no other way here, guys. That's what it's talking about, and I have been picking that up lately in your reading, in my readings, especially when it comes to the masculines, to be quite honest, whether you're a female or a male here. See what it talks about here in your reading, choose wisely here. So when you are, let's say, going to the chocolate shop here in your reading, yeah, do you really need the chocolate today? Can you leave it for another day? Yeah. Or can you replace that with 100% pure fruit juice? Here, guys, you know, think about what you can, the better option is what I'm talking about here in terms of choose wisely here in your reading. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming in that way here in your reading. All right, guys, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you later. Bye.